talking with Rochelle Constantine, a marine biologist from the University of Auckland. What is a marine biologist?
Mostly we're interested about things that live in the ocean, but we're also really interested in land and oceanographic processes and weather processes and sediment and all kinds of things, because the ocean's 70% of our planet. So today I'm going to tell you about humpback whales and migration. Humpback whales were hunted heavily in Antarctica, which just gutted the population, so much so that all humpback whales in the world became endangered. Now, the humpback whales throughout the world have recovered. Whales here in East Australia that are migrating up and down this coast, they're about 100% recovered these days, little there or thereabouts, whereas Oceania are just a little over 50% recovered. Even though they were exploited the same amounts down in Antarctica, why have the East Australians done so well when the Oceania whales aren't doing as well? I found out that there were from the dock rangers at Raoul Island, because Raoul is actually part of New Zealand. It's about halfway between New Zealand and Tonga, part of the Kermadec group. The dock rangers there said, we get quite a lot of humpbacks passing by from about mid-September till around about mid-November. So in 2015 we took a vessel up there and we got a huge surprise. Two things were a surprise. One, they came from all of these different places, about 1,600 kilometres, give or take, from each place to this little rock where they hung out for about 4 or 5 days, and then the tagged whales started heading south. There were these two really distinctive groups. All of the whales that went in this really definite southeasterly trajectory were quite different to these whales who went straight south. All of these whales here were mothers with calves. So all of these whales who went straight down were mums with newborns of the year. All of these whales were adults, and that included females plus pregnant females. The main take-home message for this, going back to my initial point, is why aren't the Oceania whales doing as well as the East Australians? These whales are swimming well in excess, perhaps up to 3 times as far as the Australian whales to get food. So there may be some energetic consequence of that, and maybe the Oceania whales don't have as many calves because they are energetically perhaps not doing as well as the East Australian whales that are breeding faster. Also, we know that this Bellingshausen region is not as nutritionally good, so maybe that's another contributing factor. So we're looking into that now. So one of the major considerations with the Rangitahua Kermadec sanctuary being considered is, this is a really important place where whales gather and share all kinds of information. So, yeah.
And how can members of the public help in your research with whales?
So there's 0800 DocHot that you can call, or more importantly, it's probably easier to just go online onto the Department of Conservation, Marine Mammal Sightings, fill out their little sightings thing. If you're able to get a photo as well, that's what can help us. So there's this really cool site now, Happy Whale, and in there you literally just put your photo in. You don't have to do anything fancy, and it matches it to all the other photos that the public have put in. And you said you put some in, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So our photos go into Happy Whale just in case. So those whales at the Kermadecs, we put them into Happy Whale. So you never know, you might actually get a match to one of our whales.